Hi, I'm Chuck Etheridge. Welcome aboard. I'm going to be your professor in English 4322, writing for the nonprofits. I'm excited you're here. I think it's going to be a great course. I think this could be of use for you for a number of ways. Originally, this course was designed for people who work in nonprofit agencies. A few years ago, a professor named Dr. Diana Cardenas and I identified some successful nonprofit professionals in the area, and we interviewed them about their writing habits. And we said, this is a course, this would be great material for people to know. So we built this course originally around research that we did talking to people who work in the profession. Now you're going to see some of those videos in this class as well. And then, just in the interest of making sure we stay right and stay current, I repeated some of those interviews last summer and added some new faces and a new perspective. So we're continually revising and updating the course, but it's based on a survey of what people actually who work in the industry do. So it'd be great for people who work in nonprofits. It would be great for people who are interested in working for nonprofit agencies and for government agencies. And because many of the skills are pretty important to the professional workplace world, many of these skills will be useful for you if you work in any kind of business. So I think this is going to be a class that you'll enjoy, that you'll get a lot out of. Now, a bit about the way the course is organized, what it's going to cover. It's going to begin looking at communicating within your organization, emails and memos, policies, and things like that as well. Just day-to-day running of a group of people working together or an organization. Then it's going to look at communicating outside the organization through media, through social media. So that's going to be the second unit. It's going to look at publications, and these could be physically things that are printed or things that are sent out electronically, but public documents as well. It's going to look at fundraising, ways you can get money for your organization, and then it's going to look at dealing with governing boards or boards of directors. So those are the 5 units that it's going to cover. It's going to be completely online, as you probably know, because you signed up for an online course as well. And I'm going to talk a little bit about once we look at the actual course shell. So let's go ahead and get on the internet here. My homepage. And it's got some basic information. I office in Faculty Center 288. And if you want to come see me on campus, these are my office hours. I have some during the day, 9 to 11:15, Tuesday, Thursday, and then 6:30 to 7 p.m. on Thursday as well. I'm also in my office a lot more than those office hours. So I recommend that you come by when you need to. If it's not my office hours, go ahead and call first. Just make sure I'm going to be there, but I'm here a lot more than my office hours as well. I'm also available by appointment. If you want to email me, my email is charles.etheridge@tamucc.edu. If you want to video chat with me, my Skype ID is TechWriteDrE. If you like to Twitter, TechWriteDrE is also my Twitter handle, although I'm generally only on Skype and Twitter during my office hours, although again, I can make appointments with you to meet outside of office hours if you need me to, as I've done many, many times before as well. Here's my syllabus and some other useful links. Now, the course is going to be run on Blackboard, and this is really where you need to go. If you don't know how to get to Blackboard, you get on the university's homepage, which is tamucc.edu, and you go down to the bottom there, this third column called Quick Links, and you click on Blackboard. Okay, once you click on Blackboard, you're going to click here, and it'll take you to this screen. Looks like that, and you'll roll down, find your course, and this is English 4322. Now, this is what the course looks like. This is the way we're going to navigate. This is what's called the navigation board. There's some basic material about the course. This is where you'll find this video, a little bit more information about online writing courses, about online learning, getting started in Blackboard. And then there's the syllabus, which is exactly the other same thing that's on my homepage. Same thing about my instruction information as well. Our texts and supplies, our books. I'm going to read this out loud just in case anybody out here in our viewing audience needs to hear the name of the textbooks. It's by Michael Sands, How to Manage an Effective Nonprofit Organization from Writing to Managing Grants to Fundraising, Board Development, and Strategic Planning. And Barbado and Furlick's Writing for a Good Cause, The Complete Guide to Crafting Proposals and Other Persuasive Pieces for Nonprofits. Now, these are our 2 textbooks that we're going to be using for class as well, plus obviously computer and internet access. These are just some of the basic materials that you can also get off the syllabus as well. Now, the thing to remember about an online course is this is not a correspondence course. This is not a work at your own pace course. You are in a class that meets electronically, but you do work every week. There are assignments and materials that are due every week. The course is done in 3-week units, so you have a major project, which is a combination of all the little projects that you've done, basically every 3 weeks put together and turned in as well. You'll be doing peer review, meaning you'll be reading each other's work and giving feedback on each other's work. It is very much like being in a face-to-face class, except you do the work at home, sort of at your own convenience, but we still will have regular deadlines and regular things that need to be turned in as well. And as I mentioned, the class is organized into 3-week units, and there are 5 different topics. The ones I mentioned before: internal communications, media relations, publications, fundraising, and board raising. They're there. And here is a couple of weeks. So basically, we're all going to do the stuff for week 1, then week 2. So if we click on week 1, it's a little bit different because we're just getting started. You have some work due Thursday, which is, as you'll look at this, reading the material and syllabus and online quiz. And then by Friday, you will have due, and this is the way the class will always run. You'll have some videos or audios of getting material about a topic, in this case, communicating within a nonprofit, some reading, and these are 3 different videos, 2 by experts, and then 1 a little bit more from me. You'll have readings. Sometimes they will be stuff from the internet, as this one is, this one from our textbook, and this a sample. And then you'll be doing writing now. In this case, you have a little getting a new paragraph. You have a critique or basically an analysis of the writing that you've done. And most of these critiques are going to be basically, you do a piece of, you will do some reading about a kind of writing, then you will apply those, then you'll read a sample of that kind of writing, and you'll apply those elements of what makes that kind of writing good to that sample. And they're not always going to be good, they're not always going to be bad, but I'm not looking for a right answer, but I want you to apply what you've read to the sample that you've looked at as well. And then you will try a rough draft of some kind of writing. In this case, it's doing a memo. Now, week 2 is going to be a little bit more typical of the way the class will run. You have stuff due Tuesday and stuff due Friday. So Tuesday, you're going to watch a video, and then you're going to peer review or give people feedback on what they wrote and turned in the previous Friday. So everybody's going to write their memos this Friday, and then by next Tuesday, you need to read and give written response to 2 of your classmates. And then on Friday, you'll watch a video, you'll do some readings, and then you'll again writing about the sample, and then you'll do the final draft of the previous works writing, in this case the memo, turn in for a grade, and then do the second rough draft of your thing. So basically that's what you're going to be doing. Working generally on Tuesdays, and obviously working more than just that, but due dates on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and then you'll be watching some videos, doing some readings and writing. That's the way the class will run. It will run consistently, following the schedule, and hopefully that will be useful and helpful for you. If you have any questions at all, please ask. I think if you know anybody who's had me for class, they'll let you know I delight in student success, and I try to make myself very accessible. Lots of people have really told me they found this class very valuable and helpful, so I'm very glad to have you on board. I hope that we have a great semester. If you need help with anything, let me know, and I look forward to working with you. Thanks for your time.